Welcome friends to another embroidery project tutorial. Today we will cover all of the embroidery steps needed to complete your wings pattern, plus a few other details like adding dimension to your solo winged beauties or putting your panel together. A quick reminder, you could purchase this pattern and many other wood embroidery paper patterns on my website, and now I'm also offering the paper cutouts for projects like today's. Many more paper cutouts are coming, so stay in touch. The link to my shop will be in the comments below, plus I'll also have links to other supplies, so check that out. Now let's get started on today's project, wings. This pattern uses all DMC satin metallics. The pattern will list all the color numbers used in the sample image, which are the pieces shown here. And since all of the stitches use no more than 4 strands of thread, I'm using a smaller needle. I'm using a 7 and a number 8. First thing I'll be going over is transferring the embroidery pattern onto the pre-cuts. You will need to print your pattern at 100%. That's really important. Now trim out your shape along the red line. Line up your 2 pieces, lay them on the styrofoam, and begin piercing. I offer multiple options for AWLS that are best suited for paper embroidery. Check out the link in the video description. The one you see me using in the video will be available in my shop by the end of October 2023, but I also offer some handmade wood options if you want to get fancy. Moving on, let's go over what to do if you don't buy the cutouts. As we did for the cutout option, you will need to print and cut out your shape at the red line. Once you have that cut, take a pencil and trace the shape onto a piece of cardstock. Once it's traced, cut the cardstock, and then once done with that, erase any marks that might be showing and clean up your cuts. Now, we do the same as we did before. Line up the shapes and begin piercing. One last step before beginning the embroidery, using a pencil, lightly draw the lines connecting the dots. This will help you not get confused as you stitch. And don't worry, you won't be able to see the pencil lines. The thread will cover them up. Okay, now onto the embroidery. If you are doing the pattern using the Victorian paper panel, I will go over how to put that together towards the end of the video. All 3 wing designs use the same embroidery techniques. The inside of the wings are stitched using whipped running stitch, back stitch, chain stitch, French knots, and the largest wings have a daisy stitch. The outline is stitched using stem stitch. The stitching order for this project: start by completing all the lines inside the wings, then move on to the body, and finally do the outline shape. First, let's cover how to stitch a whipping stitch. Your base is made up of a standard back stitch. You can choose to do all your back stitches first, then go back and do the whipping, or you can take it 1 line at a time. Okay, now let's do the whipping. Come up at the end of the line and pass your needle below the stitch. You're not going through the paper, you are only going below the thread. Continue in the same pattern until you get to the end of the line and then go down. You can see that for 2 lines, I used a contrasting thread. Doing so highlights the wrapping effect that the whipping stitch creates. For the other lines, I used the same color thread, and this just helps thicken up and soften the curve. Now I'm moving on to the bottom wing, and this section is made up of all back stitches. It goes pretty quickly. Since I have the gold thread out, I'll move on to the single element that the other two butterflies don't have, and that's a detached chain stitch, aka daisy stitch. For that element, go up the top hole, then go down the same hole, leaving a loop behind. Go up the bottom hole and through the loop and gently pull to close the loop. Be gentle, otherwise you could pull the entire thing through. Now onto the French knots. You will go up through a hole and wrap your needle as shown. For these knots, I do one turn, then I go back down the same hole. I add tension to the thread as I pull to get a nice round knot. Make sure you check the stitching guide when working on the French knots. The ones stitched with gold thread need 2 turns. In this video, I jumped ahead and worked on the outline using stem stitch, but that should really be the last step. But let's go ahead and continue. For stem stitch, you need to connect odd holes with odd and even with even. I think the best way to understand this stitch is to watch. So I'll stop talking and let you watch. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Now let's work on the body. Start at the bottom and stitch a straight stitch. Come up the third hole from the bottom, go below the straight stitch and back down hole 3. You just created your first link. Continue in this pattern until you have 3 links. The French knot for the head is optional. Secure your thread after the last chain link if you decide to do so. If you stitch this pattern onto the Victorian paper panel, you can also add the antennas, which are made up of straight stitches using a single strand. To secure all my threads, I'm using glue. The Barely Art Precision Craft Glue is my go-to for this because it dries very fast. Do small dabs and spread it with a spatula or your finger. But let's move on to the finishing touches. To add dimension to your solo wings, gently fold them at the center and curve the wings into a soft letter S shape. Use a gentle hand when doing this. We don't want to crease the wings, we just need a soft curve to add dimension. To put your paper backer together without purchasing the cutout, print out your pattern at 100% and cut at the red line. Trace the shape onto cardstock using a pencil and then trim. But we're not done. Now take your printed pattern and cut out the shape of the dashed line as shown. Lay it over your backer and with the pencil, trace out the inner shape. This will be your centering guide for your top panel. If you purchase the paper cutouts, the backer will already come with the center line drawn in. For the next step, you will need foam tape / mounting tape. Here are some images of other products that would also work. You can also cut up some cardboard and glue it down. With the mounting tape I'm using, a single layer won't be enough height for my liking, so I'll be doubling it up. Your top panel must be completely embroidered before you tape it down. Once it's taped, you cannot work on it. Take your time lining everything up and press down gently. Attach a cord of your liking and you are done. I hope you enjoyed this new pattern. There are so many fun opportunities to be creative with it, especially with the solo wings. I'm planning on stitching a few more and making a garland. Follow me on Instagram to see how that turns out. One last reminder that all the links can be found in the video description. If you enjoyed this tutorial or simply want to support me, please subscribe to my channel. All and any support is greatly appreciated. I love you. Until next time, bye!